You notice a couple of things about the clip. Judy Wooders have to make clear that she isn't taking any sides.
So I found out mom's over cross country whatnot or something like that.
Who could seriously think that spending more?
You know, it's if and when, if and when, you know. I mean, you know, whatever. It's always contingency.
Is always good.
So,
notice how quickly
applicatories.
reacts to the question. She's surprised.
I guess I
should be the first time the journalist has asked her to justify spending she wants. She's aghast.
So, you know. It's almost, you know, now that I know, I was able to, like, take a nap, take a shower, right? Because, like,
they're supposed to be,
you know,
the devil's advocate
of our own personal strife.
Coronavirus cases and deaths are dropping rapidly across America for now. Joe Biden has promised that we should bring back lockdowns anyway, and he will. Watch.
Based on what we see now, would you roll back the reopenings?
I'm not going to speculate on that.
All we're going to say is the megahertz campaign in here.
What I see now, I think we are.
And what it is.
If our president, if our president today, I would roll back the reopenings in a number of places, and everyone wherever there is.
I just think that seniors, the difference between
COVID
seniors and millennials, not just seniors that like 60 or above seniors, but seniors who are not into the tech,
congregations of more than 10 people.
So-called credit worthiness.
So what are the effects on the rest of us? Most of us are not at great risk of dying.
They say, well, what is your prioritize what you request?
At risk from living in
I mean, well, I guess it activates a whole nother schema because it's existential thinking.
Medical contributor. He joins us tonight. Doctor, thanks for coming on.
So,
what's your assessment?
Existential thinking.
Assessment?
You got a haircut.
And social distancing and wash your hands. But when it comes to lockdowns, I want our viewers to know we're talking 1918 public health here. In 1918, by the way, my mother's older brother found out, who was 8 years older than her, died tragically
in a hypothetical point of view, you're saying third grade education out the door. I mean, you know, third grade education, native to local, you're out the door. You know what I mean? Something like that. So what it is, I mean, you don't put it into fruition, and you know, that's how over your
streetcar traffic.
Is that,
he didn't have plans to deal with. He didn't have anything like what we have to deal with today. And by the time we started the lockdowns here, already.
But you say third grade education, and then fifth grade you slip up a little more, and then maybe you were born in, you know, in a different state. Maybe you didn't have the financial, financial wherewithal. So what do you call it? To do what you had to do. So what is it? What is it about? And on top of that, you know, you obviously have a greater speech out of me, and it's like, oh, that's a bells and whistles for like, fucking a Salmon Oakland building to come down and something like that. And something to run it right. And so,
where people are wearing masks, where they are washing their hands.
And it's just kind of, it's just it. I mean, to sit up here and say, oh, well, if you put a podcast out and you're going to Australia and you're saying there's 11 cases, you put a podcast out, how many organic views do you have in correlation? As opposed to how many organic views that I have. I mean, I don't know. You can do the statistics because you probably have the numbers more than I do. So if you're doing a scorecard by that measure, then
very clear message and one rooted in science.
Maybe there is, it's a reciprocating.
Thanks, Doug.
So are people within the Trump orbit working to sabotage the Trump agenda? It hasn't been going on for quite some time, and if it has, what are their names? An interesting segment after the break.
Pause right here.
Cut immigration, bring back very hard to get those things into law.
Jumped over. Skip. Talking about great America, make America great again.
People within the Trump orbit
great again here.
Also
says here.
And worked against
who are those people exactly? I can't focus in on this. And I guess this is what makes me different from millennial. Is like, don't read this part.
In fact, for example, according to the report in Politico,
my motorcycle license, I barely passed the thing because I didn't have the millennial reading wherewithal that, or something of that time thing. The diagrams or something like that, and maybe it was just me. And this is an admission of myself.
He has some ideas. He's the founder and CEO.
So I mean, it's a valid point.
Thanks so much.
And and so I don't take away. I mean, and that's just I don't even say. I don't take away what I said. I can write and like maybe. I was being all right. Not really
are opposed to his agenda for ideology.
I don't really say anything, but
yeah, I gotta tell you.
If I was to say something that under my social goals, what do you call it? Social goals. And something like that. And something
Shields have consolidated
so maybe
much power and money inside Trump's GOP.
And so to absorb the information, and maybe to receive more of what the interface is, what this is. Maybe instead of applicatory of what my whole thing is, my whole situation is personally, doing more like, oh, you know what, maybe I can ease up and maybe turn something else on. I don't know. All time tells and all that. I guess you could say in that sense, without any cheese and be like, that type deal. And and even to play hold your cards and be like, oh, well, I gotta really strategize and be like, what is it I'm doing? Make myself more comfortable, make myself efficient, and like how I want to save my energy, spend time with my pets, and live my life with the contingencies of stuff and such and all these things. That's a lot of stuff you can't formulate in one day. You recess, recess in order, in turn for the day, I guess you say. So it's something you can't just it's something you can just connect together, into a model. Almost like, this will work, or something like that, but don't. Avoiding recklessness and stupidity. I mean that's basically what you want to do. I mean, you want to avoid recklessness and stupidity financially and in health. So that's just something with all these factors. You're like, oh, you don't rush. You say, hey, well, I got such and such. A little bit of time. It kind of reversed from the order from, which kind of defends me from a whole lot of money, a little bit of time. But you got a little bit of time now.
I think it's a popular idea